Let's go, baby. Part 1 of the Fallen Grayson story arc. This is going to be the arc for like Matt Murdock for Daredevil Born Again or Fall from Grace. This is Nightwing issue 114, Fallen Grayson part 1 out of 5. And this arc, like I said, this is like the arc for Nightwing. And what's going on here is that Nightwing is scared of heights, and he's pretty much learning how to overcome those fears again. And we start off right here, right, where Nightwing, or Dick Grayson, is a kid again. When he was 7 years old and watching his parents, the Flying Graysons, fly in the circus, and he decides, you know what, I want to be like my parents. I want to go back in that circus. When he goes back into the tent, right, where his parents were doing the Flying Grayson shit, he starts climbing this beam or this pole. And out of the blue, he slips from all the sweat and energy he's putting out and falls into darkness. That's when he wakes up on top of the mountain with the dog, and he's like, I gotta overcome my fears. I gotta get it back again. And he's trying to climb this fucking like Mount Everest mountain here. We go back to 2 weeks ago where we see Heartless, right? And Gerald right here talking about how they're gonna take out Nightwing and how he's been a thorn in his side this whole time. To do this, Heartless decide, you know what, I'm gonna get a bunch of like thugs right here, take their kids and put them in a cage right here so they can't get out. And I'm not gonna release them until the thugs do what I want. This guy's like, Abigail, no. It's like, you sick motherfucker. Heartless breaks his arm and blows a hole in his chest and fucking killing him. And Abigail, the girl right here, is like, Dad, no. So he killed the thug, and he's like, listen, you want your kids to turn into this way? You follow my lead. I will pay you handsomely, but you have to do what I say. Now, Nightwing's back in Gotham, and like I said, he is still afraid of heights. That's why he's been on the streets recently, which is kind of weird for the Flying Grayson, right? And he hears some sirens going on, like a burglary is happening. He chases this guy down to an alley, and he's like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. And then it looks like he's about to pull out a gun right here, and Nightwing's like, oh shit. Nightwing throws a fucking baton at him, chokes him out, but we find out he stole food because he's legit trying to like eat. He's like starving. And bro, Bruce, you're letting this type of shit happen? People are starving and shit, and this is your city? What the fuck? Anyways though, the next night goes by, and pretty much Barbara and Dick have to go to like this thing for a charity fund for Alfred Pennyworth. Like I said, the Alfred Pennyworth Foundation right here. And even Damien shows up with a suit and tie, and this looks so awesome. Almost like an older brother, little brother situation. I love the relationship between these two characters. This guy shows up right with the blonde hair. He's like, hey Dick, what's up? Damien's like, who the fuck is that asshole? Dick's like, yeah, I knocked his teeth out like a long time ago when I was younger. And Damon's like, that's so fucking awesome. So the way they look, it looks like brothers, older brother, little brother. I absolutely love it, like I said. Bruce goes to the podium and talks about how Alfred Pennyworth was a billionaire, and we didn't know about this, and talks about how Thomas and Martha Wayne would be proud to have their grandsons of Dick and Damien and all of them. The weird thing is, this news reporter goes up to Nightwing when Nightwing's on the podium and talks about like a photo that Blockbuster and like Bruce, Barbara, and Dick right here were talking to him like he's part of like a scheme or something like that, trying to make him look bad in his as an image. Then out of the blue, the fire alarms go off, and you hear ah, and something's going on. Bruce is like, everyone, get outside, get out of the building. So I'm super excited what's gonna happen in this first part of the arc. I'm liking it right now, but man, go read this shit.